To the greens now of Augusta. A Canadian is near the top of the leaderboard after round one of the Masters.
I knew you wore that green shirt for a reason, Jen. Ontario's Corey Connors is 4 under after recording 5 birdies and 1 bogey in his first round. He's tied for second with Scotty Scheffler and Ludwig Åberg. Connors is one of 4 Canadians in the field of 95 at Augusta.
Yeah, so joining us live now is Golf Canada's Tim McLaughlin, who spent the day with Corey Connors yesterday. Good to see you, Tim. This is certainly exciting to see a Canadian at, the top of the pack here. So what did you make of Connors' game yesterday, and what can we expect from him going into the weekend?
Well, it was a great day, obviously, at Augusta. Beautiful, sunny day on what is one of the crown jewels of golf. And, what was interesting about Corey's round yesterday is it's not really the way that he typically plays, in the sense that he's really known as a elite ball striker. And it ended up being his short game, his chipping and putting, that really made the difference. And perhaps it was maybe more on the front nine, where he didn't actually score that tremendously, that potentially saved his round. We were with him on number 7, where he ended up in the bunker just in front of the green, and unfortunately hit his first shot out of the bunker a little fat. And then it proceeded to hit his second one and hole it out. So it's perhaps those shots that actually save your round. And you wouldn't know it on his face. He's a real cool customer, just sort of goes about his business. And you don't see, the high emotions. But you could tell when his caddy, Danny Saul, threw his fist in the air after he holed that chip out of the bunker that that might be the turning point for what ended up being a tremendous round.
You know what it's like, Tim. You got to be lucky to be good sometimes, and that was one of those moments there. I mean, obviously he's very talented. He's going for that, but the percentages are pretty low. Did you able to speak to Corey? Were you able to speak to Corey after the round yesterday, get a sense of how he was feeling, just in his mind, his mental state? I saw some of his post-round coverage. Yeah,
I didn't speak to him directly, but certainly I've seen a lot of the coverage, because obviously we have a significant cohort of Canadian media down there. And what you saw was, I think, a real confidence coming from him. This is his 8th Masters. He's been here before. And I think his demeanor is always so steady and consistent. And I think he put a new putter in his bag, a center-mounted shafted putter, which he seems to have a lot of confidence in. It's fairly new. He only put it in Bay Hill just over a month ago.
Oh, wow.
And so it really does feel like he has the attitude that really will help him position himself in a spot where he has a great shot to win this thing. Obviously, sitting there tied for second, he has almost as good a shot as anybody.
Yeah, absolutely. And he was kind of the front runner among the Canadians going into this. Of course, Justin Rose is head of the pack here in the lead. What about the other Canadians? Where are they sitting right now?
So Nick Taylor finished. He had a bit of an up and down start to the round, but ended up holding some birdies on the back nine to put himself at +1. The projected cuts looking like either +2 or +3, probably +3. And so if he plays well today, he's got a very good chance of making the cut. Mike Weir also decent chance of making the cut. Taylor Pendrith in his first Masters had a bit of a tougher day, sitting there at +5. But again, if that cut line is +3, he only needs to sort of come in with a fairly good round to put himself in a position to be around on the weekend. So I think we have a very good opportunity to be very well represented by a great cohort of Canadians looking at Saturday and Sunday at Augusta.
Yeah, and Tim, what does that mean for the sport in Canada when you see Canadians, when you know on the broadcast you're going to see Corey Connors, you're definitely going to see Mike Weir as a former champion as well. What does that mean to the game in this country?
I mean, it's absolutely huge, right? I mean, this is a golden era for Canadian golf. We have never had this many talented Canadians playing on the PGA Tour. We have 8 players on the PGA Tour, 4 on the LPGA Tour. So this is really a golden era for Canadian golf. And, you only need to ask any of the guys that are out there playing on the PGA Tour now what Mike Weir's Masters win meant to them. Yeah. It really was the catalyst and inspiration for really all of the guys that are out there on the course now competing at the highest level. They really took so much inspiration from what Mike Weir did back in 2004. And so, having another one of those moments would be, absolutely transformational. There's some hallmark moments in Canadian golf. Nick Taylor's win at the RBC Canadian Open in 2023. But a win at Augusta would certainly be another level. And I think they've all had PGA Tour wins, the players we have out there. And so we really are, the next step is for one of these guys to jump up and win one of the big ones, win a major. And I think we're really well positioned to do that. So it's super exciting. And again, it's just a great time to be part of the sport here in Canada.
Go Canada, go.
It absolutely is. We'll, of course, have to watch for Scheffler and Rory McIlroy. They're still in contention. Joining us live, Tim McLaughlin with Golf Canada. Appreciate the time. Thank you.